for me, it was like kind of hard for me. I had to go through lit circumstances with grades falling and stuff like this. So just being on myself by picking my grades up first off. And with the work, man, I used to like get up 5 a.m., 6 a.m., go run, and everybody be asleep. Like, which ain't a bad thing, but like people used to think I'll just be running and stuff, just be doing it. But like go hit the bleachers by myself, no homeboys, nobody wanna come. Just working on my own for real, just and then like just building that reputation of making sure that I'm always outworking the next person, even though they might be in a better position than me, but making sure that I'm outworking them and being able to compete whenever I meet that person.
I tried to leave it alone, but I just couldn't do it. Don't want much back on the loan, just what I put into it. It took a step to begin, now I'm a foot into it. They say it starts from within, I had to look into it. Now I'm illuminated, a whole book into it. Jumped in the water with greatness and set my hooks into it. Me and the man in the mirror was all it took to do it. And life's window is clear now when I'm looking through it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, man, we back. This is another episode of the L.I.T Code podcast, the podcast where the menu is short and sweet, but there's plenty for your mind to eat. My host, Edgar Jones, is here. Top left, you see a very special guest, but before I get into who that is, I want to thank each and every one of you who's been listening, watching, sharing, whether it's been our books, whether it's been some of the videos we do here and there, just to kind of give you tidbits. We apologize for not being as consistent as we usually are, or as we have been in the past with the podcast. But we're getting to that. We got a lot going on, man. We're doing a lot of great things. We've been seen here and there and everywhere. And I figured what better way than to come back to y'all with an episode featuring a guest, another hometown hero, right, from Rayville, Louisiana. So up to my left is the recently crowned NAIA Player of the Year, two-time All-American, Defensive Player of the Year, 2010 machine. Edgar just told him he's the NBA Jam logo guy. His feet catch on fire, he jump over the goal, right? Also, how many state champs you got in Rayville? Was it 2 or 1?
It was 2. It was 2.
Two-time state champion, back-to-back, right? All state of his last year, runner-up the last year, right?
Yes,
Mr. Kashie Natt is who I'm talking about, y'all. So that's who we have today, man. And we just want to highlight him and shout him out. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all for having
me. Yeah, man. We appreciate you for putting the work in, man, keeping your head above the clouds and just doing your thing and making us proud, right? Putting your sit on your back. Sure. So my first question out the gate, for those who may not know you, who is Kashie Natt?
Kashie Natt is obviously me, but outside of basketball and just a hardworking young man who just love everybody, keep his head down and always just continue to like working, and he just a person who just have a good vibe, good energy to everybody, make sure everybody good, and just like to feed off everybody, and just like to work for real.
that work that you speak of, man, where would you say that work ethic, that fire to outwork everybody, where did that come from?
It really came from just being the underdog, you know, mainly through high school. Realizing that everybody ain't gonna see what you see at first, and that's all right. It's up to you to keep working and to keep doing what's best for you, and just really just making sure that I'm where my feet at. I've been like this since I was young, so just making sure that I'm humble for sure, and just I always just keep my head down and work.
I got you. Was there anybody in front of you that you were watching that you grabbed inspiration from to work hard, or was there somebody out there that you like? When it's my time, I'm gonna be that or better.
Yes, sir. I can say that when I was little, I used to look up the Trey Washington, them, the
Yeah,
like Kamai Naylor, them, the ones who was really working and actually trying to do something like play football. Like, cause at first I liked the football more than basketball, but as I leaned over to basketball, I just like used what they had taught me like at an early age, like Trey Washington, like the work they did for football. I just used it for basketball. So that's really who I was looking up to as the like want to be great and just always working. So that's really who I looked up to at first.
yeah, man. Trey Washington, shout out to Trey. Rest in peace. Spanking his daddy. Trey was one of the most naturally talented kids I ever coached before in my life, and I started coaching Trey in tackle one football, and it was just obvious from right then and there he was like better than everybody. Like he wasn't bigger, but he was faster, and his
Yes, sir.
attitude he didn't say much, but his attitude was like I'm about to go out here and outdo y'all and everything.
Yes, sir.
And if the people who know Spanky, there's no shortage of talent in his sons, right? It's
Yes,
you
sir.
got Sadiq, you got Lil Trey, you got all of these athletes that's come before him, and then you see Trey, and it's like, yeah, that kid's special. So that's a good one to be looking up to. And I'm happy you said something about football because you led me to my next question. So there's a stat line when you got Beast of the Week. Edgar, you'll like this stat line, right? The boy had 11 tackles, 5 sacks, but then he caught 3 touchdowns. Now, the other day, I'm telling Edgar, I said, hey, man, I know you see him on the court, but I think that boy would have been a dog in football. He like, man, you see how he jumped? I said, yeah, but but in football, I don't care who you was playing. Actually, was playing Vidalia. Edgar can tell you Vidalia whooped our ass a couple of times, handily when I was coming up. Now we won. We got us a win in, but Vidalia wasn't no slouches. So what made it be basketball instead of football?
Um, just not having the resources that you that you think you need in high school, which is obviously correct. So just not like having them resources, and then Corona hit. I mean, COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
which actually had cut everything short because teams started getting their players back, and so it really wasn't no. They wasn't really looking for us coming out of high school at that time anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I just had to go with my with my second option, and that was to go JUCO to Southern University Report. They was the only ones offering me, so I was grateful for the offer and grateful for to be able to like take the opportunity to go play. So like that was really what made me take the basketball route for real.
So basically, you took what you had and you made the best of it.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Southern Shreveport. I'm a graduate of the Southern University myself, Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? So that was big to see you going there. What was? I'm not going. I ain't gonna get ahead just yet. Uh, Nat, the last name. If you're from where we're from, you know the family, right? A lot of talent in the family, a lot of grinders in the family. What does family mean to you? How did that help mold who Kashie Natt is on and off the court?
Family mean a lot to me. Really just saying like my mama get it. As a single parent and trying her best to make sure that I was on the right path and my other siblings was just like being great at school, just like being the best they could be. But just her just being on me a lot, that's like brought brought me and her connection, like the bond we got together more. And me just basically seeing her like me just seeing her be strong at everything she do. So that's really why like I got that energy off her and just like I just continue to build up on that to just make sure that everything is in one piece, make sure don't nothing like fall off or nothing between me and them. So I just make sure that I'm working hard and continue to make her proud for sure.
Gotcha. Shout out to Shout out to April. Would you say that family is your why? Is that what, besides your own will to want to win and want to be the best you can be, is that something that drives you to keep
Yes, sir.
working?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Because it's important. It's important for them to see somebody that be around them actually trying to do something with their life and actually trying to be better, like not be better than them, but be better like than myself, like be better for the next whoever after me, like the generation after me. So just like giving them something to look at, because I got little cousins who, like they look up to me. So just giving them that type of what's the word I'm
Example,
looking for? Yeah,
example to
just
look
giving that
at.
type
Yeah.
of example, so they can know that it's possible. It ain't that hard as it seems. So
Gotcha. Mr. John, you got something?
Yeah, man. Walk me through when you got a scholarship offer from a school you're attending now. Like, what's something people may not know about, like some challenges you had to deal with? Were there times where schools probably came through, looked at you, or probably said no, that you have to go through all that, any of that?
yes, sir. I actually had to go through a lot of that coming out of JUCO, because I had Southern wanted me out of JUCO. I had like little schools like that, but it was only mainly like Southern had wanted me out of JUCO. But I was, I wasn't expecting to go nowhere, crazy or anything, because I know like the year I had at JUCO, it was all right year. So I'm pretty sure like they go like downplay JUCO, so like they wasn't really coming after us. But that's for sure was one of them, like the reason why I took LSUA, because I was like, Cole Larry came and got me, so I was like, I'm gonna just take the opportunity and just go bet on myself and see what it give me. And that most likely just kept working hard and just really believing in myself, because people can, along the way of this, like the journey that we take, people can stop believing in themselves. So I just try to believe in myself and make sure that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Man, a lot of people get a chance to see the highlights. They get a chance to see the jumping, and you dunking over 26 people, and it's only 10 on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk about some of the challenges you had to navigate through, because I'm for certain in what you've been able to do and accomplish. There's a lot of work in the dark that folks don't see. A lot of work on yourself. Talk about like some of the challenges you had to deal with just in school. You had to navigate through to get to the place you are now.
Yes, sir. Man, I had to. I can start off with saying first, like getting school, like getting my grades better than they ever been. So basically, just like starting off with that first, like making sure that my grades are where they need to be in order for me to showcase what I can do, and just trying to stay on top of schoolwork, because I knew like for me, school really wasn't like school work really was hard. Like it's difficult. So, but just me like finding little connections I can get from people, just like making sure they help me with schoolwork, and then I could just focus on like working out and stuff after that, because I couldn't really play if I ain't have like good grades or nothing. So
Right.
there was challenges, because I was really thinking to myself like I couldn't do the schoolwork or nothing, because I wasn't like like actually like to a standard to where like it was easy for me. It was like kind of hard for me. I had to go through lit circumstances with grades falling and stuff like this. So just being on myself by picking my grades up first off, and with the work, man, I used to like get up 5 a.m., 6 a.m., go run, and everybody be asleep. Like, which ain't a bad thing, but like people used to think I'd just be running and stuff, just be doing it. But like go hit the bleachers by myself, no homeboys, nobody want to come. Just working on my own for real, just and then like just building that reputation of making sure that I'm always outworking the next person, even though they might be in a better position than me, but making sure that I'm outworking them and being able to compete whenever I meet that person.
Yeah. You know what it sounds like to me, Egg, is he's already figured out something that we actually teach the people our age. And that's having a real honest conversation with yourself about where you are, even if there's something that is uncomfortable, right? You said, I didn't feel like I was the best student. That was difficult for me. So I needed to address that in order to be better at this. A lot of people lie to themselves and skip that part for what they think people gonna say or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
If right now when I get off here, I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna lift, but I always got to put in at least 3 miles on the bike. I'm a big fella.
yes,
I
sir.
know I need more cardio, so I got to say that to myself. I can't say, "Oh man, you look good as a big dude anyway." That's lying to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So actually having an honest assessment of where I am is the only way you can map out where you want to go, right? If you and your boys going on a road trip today, y'all hop in the car, y'all throw the GPS in, say we want to go to New Orleans. Well, it's got to pinpoint where you're at first to get you there, right?
Yes,
so kudos to you on that, man, because a lot of people don't have that skill yet, and the fact that you have it is big. I smiled as you told that story about running by yourself, and everybody thinking that you that you was just doing something. We used to have parties at the old gym in Rayville, right? So me and my crew, we be coming out of the party sometime 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. We pass by the practice field. We see this something white bouncing. And like, man, what is that? Be Edgar Jones with a weighted vest.
With
some, this coming. Weighted vest, sprint shoes that used to get out of East Bay, and a parachute, running sprints. He had just got off work, rode his bike from work at Brooks's, which might have been K's back then, to the field house, did his thing and would ride it home or even stay up there. Right? We didn't understand their work. That's my first cousin. We more like brothers than anything, right? Love him to death. I didn't understand it. Guess what? It didn't matter that I didn't understand it. He understood it.
Yes, sir.
And the vision you have of yourself is going to be the one that's true. Now, you can let other people tell you what their vision is, and then you'll be what they see. But their vision of self is the one that's going to reign true. So shout out to you for having that belief in yourself too. Before you get the scholarship, before you go to Southern Shreveport, you were coached by Damon West, and I'm sure somewhere in the Dunzell West had a hand in it somewhere along the line. I'm sure. When I say that name, Damon West, what does that mean to you?
It mean a lot to me because like he gave me the chance to, to hoop. At first I ain't start off playing with them because I was on JV team. Mm-hmm. I was on the boosting them. Mm-hmm. But they had made that call to my mom, and it was one day I was in Murrow, but it was like it wasn't the Dunner, it was the Biggie Classic. Mm-hmm. And they had made a call to my mom and told her that that they needed me in Rayville so I could play. And that I couldn't make that game, but I started playing. So just thankful for him for giving me the opportunity to play high school basketball and just, just molding us on just working hard and having a great work ethic and a good mindset of just being gritty and being out to the ball on defense. Right. So which we was already like that coming out of junior high, but just getting more around Malik and them and seeing how they practice and stuff. So just getting that at an early age and actually, taking it in and actually being the one who want to do it. So just hearing Dank, Coach West's name is a big. He one of the ones that was for sure gave me a chance to play high school basketball, and I respect him for that. And it just went farther after we had accomplished what we accomplished together.
Yeah. So Edgar and I, Coach West was my first football coach because we didn't have Little League coming up. You had to get to the junior high. I was I was a 16-year-old senior, so I was probably 11 years old or so. Right, you get there and if you was tough enough, Coach West let you play up. Right, we played up, and he coached me in basketball. I played basketball under Coach West all the way until the 10th grade or so. Actually, Dunzel was our JV coach, right? But that coaching style comes from somewhere else in their family, which it'll come from Coach Wilson. And then his style comes from Mr. Ezel and Herschel West, right? And Larry Wright, and it comes on down to us, right? Now, this is the thing about Rayville basketball. The style of it. Edgar Jones won the first modern day state championship. There were some big names there, right? You had Packard, you had Ward, you had Darren, right? This is the thing, though. It wasn't even about so much so the talent. It was the press. We're going to press you from first quarter to fourth. And with that being said, you come into play basketball for tryouts, you thinking, oh, I got a shot, I can dribble. You ain't touching the ball for the first day. Hit these lines, right? Hit these lines, line to line, right? Until you can beat this time. You can't beat this time, you might as well not even worry about suiting up and playing. That taught us that the game was about work. And it wasn't just about, that's Rayville in itself. Everything about Rayville is hard work. But that taught us, hey, this is the important part. And the fact that you get defensive player of the year and you're All-American twice and you this and that. And then we see Malik on the national stage when it's time to get a big steal, when it's time to press, that's who gets put in. So I want to give a shout out to all those names I just named for instilling that in us. And it ain't just about sports, trust me, right? It's about anything we're going to do. Right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Anything Edgar does now, you see videos of him speaking in front of all these people. You see us putting books out, whatever we're doing. Before we getting shots up, we hitting these lines, right? It's the work. It's the work that's being put in.
Yes,
so how did it feel? I know last year you got the most valuable player in the tournament as well. Did that happen this year, or how far did y'all go this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I had got most valuable player this year too.
Okay, so hearing things attached to your name like All-American, Defensive Player of the Year, right? How does that feel when you hear that, knowing that you put in work to get that? What does that feel like?
It's a surreal feeling for real, because I mean, like, you're not expecting you finna be able to do all this at any level, but like at this level too, like this level is obviously, it's a hard level too. That's why it's not that easy. If it was easy, everybody probably would have did it. But just getting them those awards, that just let me know that like all the work that I actually stayed and grinded and put in was paying off, and that it's really just more work to be put in for real, because it's more to come. But just like taking in those awards, yeah, I was for sure blessed to get those and just to showcase my talent.
Bro, tell me about, because obviously there was a lot of people that poured into you in the hometowns, some coaches, family members. Who was, some individuals when you got into school that kind of took you underneath their wing as well? Was it kind of a couple of players and people that was on the campus that really took you underneath their wing?
Like from my hometown, our hometown, or from
No.
the
I'm
school?
talking about when you got to school, when you got to college.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Was some players that kind of mentored you and took you along the wing?
Oh, yes, sir. It happened when I came to Susler. We had a player named Ray. He went to Wiseman. He was a good teammate to me. Like, showed me like the ropes around the JUCO college and like how to like be on my work and stuff. Like making sure that the work was a priority for sure.
Yeah.
And when I got to LSUA, it really got a whole lot better because it was like more people was connecting to you, and I was around a lot of more people. So just like Jason Perry, my teammate, when I got here, because he was like a 3.0 student already. So he just made sure that I stayed on my work and stuff and just being like a close brother to me. So him for sure. It was some teachers I had that made sure I was on my work. Like Miss Laborde, she made sure that I was like in study hall and like library getting tutored, just like making sure that I get the like definition of being able to like do schoolwork down pat, and then like they said everything else will just fall in place if I just make sure that I'm doing all my schoolwork and stuff. So yeah, they for sure showed me how to like deal with college and make sure that I was like good every day I'm out here.
Yeah. That's great to hear, man. That's great to hear that.
So what would you say, what's the biggest part of your game? Like what's your go-to on the court?
The biggest part of my game is really finding the open man. Like, of course, I can go get a buck. I can go get a bucket. I can get defensive stops, but most people think I can't pass. Which that can really like mess them up because like my passing skills are really there. And if people actually watch, they'll actually see. So yeah, like my passing is a big part of my game that get downplayed for sure. But
what is the area you think you need to work on? Like, I know you're gonna say everything, but like, what's your, if you had one thing you could bring up to par with passing, what would that be?
um, I could say working on controlling my emotions because like as of me playing like being a football player, like hitting like
Yeah.
getting the mindset of hitting every time
Mm-hmm.
and getting mad. So like I could say basketball actually like I get mad a lot because like it be certain parts of the game that just affect me like that just like I can mess around and probably like yell or something. But like working on that for sure. Working on my emotion. And with the skill wise, I could say shooting the ball better for sure. Cause I can shoot. Confidence went up another level, but for sure, just making sure I can be able to knock down those shots consistently for sure.
What position they have you listed at right now?
They got me listed at point guard for sure.
Okay, gotcha. As a point. Look, any schools out there looking?
Yes, sir.
If y'all bring in Kashie Natt as a point, boy, it's gonna be some point guard scared because they gotta be physical. That's the part that jump out to me. I hadn't seen the whole game. I watched a lot of highlights, a lot of breakdown, but the physicality, he's a point, but he really a power forward. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really
time for
he's what you call a point forward in my book. Right, 6'3.5". What you weighing now?
192.
192, and it's all there.
Yeah, I just got 192 too. So
it's all there. Like I would have gave it a little more. You know what I'm saying? But fiery, like when you do jump over the gym and when you finally come back down after the dunks, I can just see it. I always hope and pray that a ref or another player ain't running up behind you when that happens because I know you about to swing and it's about to all come out. Yeah. That's I'm gonna say this too. All of my high school kids out there that's playing basketball, right? And you basketball players. I'm gonna tell you one thing that'll help you on that court, and a lot of kids might not like to hear it, but get on that football field.
Most definitely.
One thing about Coach West when we was younger, if you didn't play one, he wasn't about to let you play the other, right? Because this is what Coach West likes. Quiet as he is, he real quiet. Don out in front. Don, you're gonna know what you're getting with Dunzell. Shout out to Dunzilla. But Coach Damon is real quiet, but he wants dogs. He famously told me one time, according to you, me and Zach Jones, y'all the only two yes sir kids I want. He want dogs, right? He want to come in and intimidate you on that press. He wants you to know you ain't really got a chance out here. So, man, if anybody's out there looking, do you have you been getting some attention from some places that you can talk about? If you can't talk about it, we'll get to something else. But have you been getting any?
Yes, sir. I've been getting some attention from as of right now I'm getting attention from Marshall University, which is located in West Virginia. Campbell University. I'd say Sam Houston.
Okay.
Texas State. And that's just a couple. I can
Yeah. We ain't got to give too much of that away. What did it feel like for you to be able to watch Malik, somebody that you played with, play on the biggest stage in the NCAA? What was that feeling like?
It was like, for me, knowing like from where he's from, I know it was a surreal feeling for me. Like just me being all honest. I respect Malik because I know like the work he put into the game and like what he showed to the game. So just seeing him get to be on that type of stage and knowing that he actually deserved it and putting the work for it, for surely made me just like wanted him to get it. Like I wanted him to win it so bad that like I knew for a fact that he was gonna give his all that game, and I knew for a fact that if he could contribute to what he had displayed that game, they would have had a chance to win for sure. And that's most definitely, I like the way he played that game, and he ain't play till he can play no more. He played till he can like actually like finish out the game, and really wanted to show everybody that he wanted to win. So just giving him his respect. I respect the way he did it, and the year he had, for sure, he had a great year. And I just respect him because you just gotta like, he was before me, so ain't no hate towards him or nothing, but he a great player for sure. I wish he would have got it, but guy had other plans, but he most definitely gave his all for sure.
I think it's important. The game, everything, evolution altogether. But since we talking basketball, we look at the game of basketball, right? Dr. J, Magic Johnson, during that time, people didn't see anybody that moved like that. And then Jordan comes in and he's a whole different thing. And people wasn't a lot of Jordans in the league that can move like he can move. But you had people come behind them watching it and they said, hey, that's possible, right? And so they start working on it. And nowadays, everybody in the league move like that. Everybody can handle the ball like that. Everybody doing all these acrobatic moves in the air and all that stuff, right? That's on a big scale. But then we got Rayville, Louisiana, right?
Yes, sir.
When we grew up, violence, gun violence and all that wasn't a thing, right? Now it is. So you got kids saying that that's possible, but then they look on TV, they look in the newspaper, they look on the internet. You got Kashie Natt jumping out the gym. You got Malik Wilson on TV. And what y'all are making them aware of is that, hey, this is possible. We're from the same places you from, right? We play for the same coaches in the same gyms, right? Walk the same streets, you know what I'm saying? Lived in the same hoods, all that. But we doing this, and y'all can do it too. So shout out to y'all for being those examples. What has, because we got the internet now, we got access to all that I just talked about.
Yes, sir.
What has helped you keep your head above all of that?
I can say what helped me keep my head above all that is actually like, I can say getting to know God more, and actually like just getting to know myself, just like, cause I was like, when like I used to like hang out and stuff, I used to hang out, but I used to always know like that it was a time where I need to be working, so like I can be working to be better. So I just always just found it trick ways to trick my mind on like to like how to like distance myself from it. Just make sure that I'm doing like what I need to do and not out, just like wild and nothing doing stuff that I ain't got no business doing. So just basically like making sure my mom and them stay on me for sure. Just keeping my head level, really, because after a while you can try to like get tired of like going to school and stuff, but I just know for a fact that like I just got to keep going because I don't know what opportunities go come, and if you just stop now, you can miss out on a lot. So just like might well finish what you started and just try to finish out strong for real. So yeah, just like I mean that's gonna happen because like it's the real world, it's life, but just like trying to like get that out of my mind and not focus on that because I can't control that. I can't control what other people do either. So I could try to, but I mean they got their own mindset. So I got my own mindset too. Just like choosing to do what I want to do, and that's just staying out the way, making sure that I'm just perfecting my craft every day and just doing what's right for me.
Gotcha, man. You said the word mind about 5 times, and that's where it's gonna start. Organize this lit, is illuminated in thought, right? And that's about being thoughtful right in here. And you said something. You said you got to trick your mind into doing what I want to do and doing this, weighing out what's better. And that comes down to making a decision, right? And you have to, what people don't understand is that balance is law that cannot be transgressed. As much light energy as you have, you got that dark side too. And as much greatness as there is out there, there's this side of stuff too.
Oh, yes, sir.
You have to be putting in the reps, the work that you put in on the floor, the work you put in the classrooms, the same work you got to put in up here on that side of things to be able to make the right decision. While I'm on decisions, I won't make this episode about that. But rest in peace to Kyron Lacey and then the family that was involved in what happened around him. But at the end of the day, all of this came down to decisions, right? This whole situation surrounding him. And if you have the world in your hands and you got these big opportunities and everything you want is right in front of you, well, guess what's there too? Everything you need to take all that away is there too.
Yes, sir.
Edgar likes to say, I ain't talking about nothing I got off Pinterest, right? We go through it right now. We got a lot of big opportunities in front of us, but there's a lot of stuff grabbing at us to try to pull us away from that. That don't ever stop, right? That decision making, moment by moment, day by day. Shout out to you for making the right decisions. But if there's ever a time you having a hard time making the right one, you got my number, you'll have his. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you got an ingrown toenail, you don't know what to do. Holler at us. We don't want nothing from you. The only thing I want from you ever is for you to succeed, for you to do what you're doing and make the right decisions, because it can really be life and death. We see that. So like I said, RIP to him, RIP to the families involved around the situation. But all my youngsters out there, man, be very, very mindful of your decisions. That's life and death is right there. So
yes, sir.
Anyway, to move on for that, what's the ultimate goal for Kashie Natt? What's the ultimate goal, and what do you see as the biggest challenge to get there?
The ultimate goal for me is to make it to the league. Obviously, cause that's the dream that I'm chasing out of. Which I know that is gonna be a hell of a challenge. Gonna be a hell of a challenge, and just making sure that I'm doing everything that I need to be doing to make sure I reach that potential. To reach that, so I can maximize myself and just just always trying to be that person that can be able to, be able to say that he made it and actually work for it and not knowing that it wasn't handed to me. So just the ultimate goal for me is to make it to the league. If somehow that don't work out, to most likely get it to the G League or something like that. and make sure that I'm like making the impact wherever I'm at, whichever stage I'm on, just like making sure I'm making the impact and whatever come after that. I haven't got that far with yet, but I do like a plan B. I'm obviously not thinking about a plan B, but you do need it for sure. So like just if none of it work out, just like build like a trainer or something for my own facility or something, and just making sure that if even if it's that, making sure I go hard at that, just how I go hard at just playing sports or something. So yeah, the ultimate goal for me is to actually make it out for sure.
I got you. You don't have to have a plan B right now. A lot of people that make it far and stuff, Edgar Jones, for instance, the greats are able to tunnel their vision to where it ain't nothing else. I got to do this, and we'll worry about plan B when we get there. One of my curses is I didn't have no problem being a student. Our dad is my dad and Edgar's daddy. They're guys that can do a lot of different things. So sometimes what happens is, since I can do a lot of different things, be decent at, I'm decent at all these things, but it's hard to fix that focus to be great at this, right? The 1%ers had it. Now I'm learning it. I've done some 1% of things, but the guy at the bottom of the screen, yourself, that focus, right, to make that the thing is that's gonna take you real far. And the fact you said I'm gonna impact on whatever stage I'm on, you can see it. For people to grab you, some got to jump off the screen. I mean, you literally jump off of it, but I'm just saying you can see that tenacity in you when you out there. You can see that, and a lot of people want that. So that's infectious.
Yes, sir.
When you do bring the house down, your whole team, the crowd, everybody, I know that feeling, that adrenaline rush. It's on you, but that glow is touching everybody around you. So keep that. As long as you got that in the work, you'll definitely go as far as you want to go. And can't nobody stop you but you. So
yes, sir.
Back to what I said earlier, decision making, man, is what's gonna ultimately hold you and get you there. Basketball, sports, that's your sport. But you take everything you learn from that. And when it's time for plan B, because if you play 20 years, you'll stop and be in your 40s, right? And we hope you're gonna live to be 100. So it's a lot of years left after the game.
Yes,
but the game, this grind, this journey is going to give you a lot of tools. Make sure you're always putting some in your toolbox. Make sure you're keeping your identity as the workhorse, Kashie, not necessarily Kashie the basketball player.
Yes, sir.
Because then you won't have to try to figure out what your identity is when basketball is over.
Yes, sir.
That's a big part. People pay and gonna pay Edgar now a lot of money to try to help them find their identity as they transition and transform into whatever's next. So keep that in mind. Mr. Jones, you got anything you want to give him? Because I'm going to let him take us out of here.
Man, 2 pieces of advice for you, bro. Get clear on what you want. Get clear on what you want.
Yes, sir.
You already been speaking and talking about it. But get very clear on like what you see for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going to get a lot of people that's going to come across your path that's going to tell you what they see for you.
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't accomplish the things that you've accomplished if it wasn't some type of vision you had.
Yes, sir.
So take your pen and paper and write down, what do you see for yourself?
Yes, sir.
Your profession. What do you see the impact you can make in your family's life? You know what I'm saying? Write down what you see. And don't shortchange yourself. Think as big as you want. Because it clear you all on your vision and what you want, it's going to allow you to say yes, and it's also going to allow you to be able to say no to situations because it ain't in alignment of your vision.
Yes, sir.
When there's no vision, the people perish. So what's the vision you got for yourself? What's the vision you got for your relationships and the people you come across? I envision myself connecting with people that we can build something together. I envision myself connecting with people as great coaches. I envision myself connecting with people as great mentors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just really seeing that out That's the first thing. Get clear on your vision and take the time to write it out. Write a letter to yourself and what you see. Because at times there's going to be the ups
and the downs. Yes, sir.
so you always go back and look at that vision. The other thing is the other plan is always connecting to folks. Always connecting to good people, bro. Because you've been fortunate to have good people along your life. And you also been connected to good people in your journey now. And as you continue to go in different rooms and different spaces, you're going to come across good coaches. You're going to come across good teammates. And one of the mistakes we can make as athletes, because things are so fast and they're moving, we gotta train, we gotta recover, we gotta get sleep, we gotta take care of ourselves. Absolutely. But don't forget the good people you run across.
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with them. Because guaranteed, if they on that same frequency you on will want to be better in life, as they continue to elevate themselves in coaching, they continue to elevate themselves in sports, they continue to elevate themselves in business, based off of how your relationship is with them, a lot of times you're going to be somebody going to pick up the phone and holler at. Not necessarily just because of your athletic ability you have, but more importantly because of man you are.
Yes, sir.
So that vision and what you want. And then the second thing is, man, make you a call list. Go on your phone. You got Apple. Go on your notes or wherever your notes section in your phone. Just create you a folder that say call list, contacts, and then just be putting people's names in there. Every once in a while, boom, shoot them a text. Every once in a while, to give them a quick call. So, man, just holler us to check up on you. It's already natural. You from the Ville. That's what we do anyway.
Yeah.
We just talk to folks. You know what I'm saying? Sir. That's naturally going to flow out of you. But folks will never forget that. So as they continue to elevate in whatever position they in, they just remember you always be in the back of their head.
Yes, sir.
If that is the one piece of advice I would give you, is me being intentional on staying in contact with folks I played with, or coaches. And now when they have opportunities, boom, they pick up the phone and call me.
Yes, sir.
Something out of them, I pick up the phone, hey, bro, I need, boom. They like, hey, bro, eat whatever you need, you know? And a lot of times athletes don't do that because we're so busy trying to get to the next thing. The next thing is the next person.
Yes, sir. So most definitely, I appreciate that for sure. Yeah. I'm going to do that most definitely.
Yeah, Mr. Jones, just what he just talked about is a network. It's a lot of sayings around it. Your network represents your net worth, but he and I heard a good one recently, and we use it. Networking is one letter away from not working, right? So there's going to be a time, because it's still all about the work. You're going to be going into something next, and that network can make sure that you stay away from not working. You know what I'm saying? So keep that network built up, like he said. And man, just this the other thing. Why you in that network? Because we humble. We from Rayville. It's something Edgar we help each other with now. Sometimes we'll be talking. I say, man, hey, you Edgar Jones, right? He'll be like, hey, man, you Conrad, you Cornelius, man. They meeting us too.
Yes,
don't never forget that. You Kashie Natt, right? There's not a lot of people who can attach All-American Player of the Year, all this stuff, the hard worker, like you that guy, right? Go forward with that confidence. Humility is cool, right? But don't ever forget that. Don't let nobody shortchange you or play you like you not that guy. Yes, you're a part of, when you building that network and you in those rooms, it's because you belong in the rooms.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if it's a room full of doctors and these people who you said I ain't up to standing as a student. I don't care. Edgar just spoke in front of a bunch of people who can program the biggest AI facility you ever seen, right? Edgar ain't no computer scientist, but they got to respect it because he walked in knowing I'm the best Edgar though, right? You know what I'm saying? Wherever you go, I'm the best. Ain't no other Kashie Natt in this room, right? So know that you're a big part of the network too. Walk with that confidence. So the way we're going to get out of here is whether you know it or not, you're a role model. So another thing, somebody's always watching.
Yes, sir.
always. And Edgar can tell you it ain't always people that's younger than you either. Sometimes it's people older than you that you was watching. They in turn watching you. So if anybody watching you, anybody that you can give some advice to, any kids coming behind you that may I want to be like Kashie Natt, I want to do this. What advice would you leave them with? What bits of game can you give them from your personal journey that can help them along the way?
The game I can give the kids that's coming after me or anybody who's looking up to me is to first get a feeling of what you want to do, and if you want to do that, which whatever it is, do it to your best. Do it to your best of capability, and just always know that you gonna have people in your corner, and to just like put yourself first and just outwork whoever outwork just work hard each and every day to make sure you like getting on that goal to where you're trying to reach. So just make sure you just know yourself and work hard, and get to know God for sure, like, because most people don't. Where I'm from, I ain't grew up in a household to where like we knew, like was on going to church every day. But like once I got to college, I actually got people came my way and actually like told me that like God is a big part of what we all is destined to be. So just get to know God and just always just work hard for real. That's really all I got.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Mr. Kashie Natt. We'll see y'all later. Peace.